Terrifying meltdown. The worst housing crash in history just started. Home prices fall by the most they've ever fallen in 11 years. These are the headlines that mainstream media and big-time YouTubers are putting out there and are getting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views. So it's no wonder that from a recent Gallup poll, 76% of Americans think it's a bad time to buy real estate. Welcome to the Boston and Greater Boston Housing Market Update, where we always look at the real and true statistics of the market.
I want the truth!
And then break them down what it means for you as the consumer. Despite this worst housing crash ever and terrifying meltdown, prices have increased 1.2% from April to May and 2% year over year, according to the latest CoreLogic numbers. Even better, they're predicting a modest gain from May to June, and also they're predicting a 4.6 increase in home prices from May of 2023 to May of 2024. Even Zillow revised their forecast yet again, and they are also predicting a 3.9% increase in home values for the year. Here in the greater Boston area, if you're considering buying real estate, I would not hesitate if you're buying around the 95 belt and in towards the city, and you're planning to hold it for a minimum of 3 years. Because whether rates stay the same as they are now, or if they come back down, I personally don't see housing prices going down significantly at all. According to another Gallup poll, real estate for the 11th straight year is considered to be the best investment. So whether you agree with this poll, agree with myself, or just find the information in this video useful, then I ask that you click the like button so YouTube and the algorithm can do its thing and spread more of this positive information rather than all the negative stuff that I see out there. Looking at national prices, we can really see it's a tale of two halves. You have the West Coast and New York that are down year over year in pricing, but the rest of the country is doing well. You can see locally here in Massachusetts, we're about up 1 to 3% year over year. Earlier in the year, I made a prediction that housing prices here in Massachusetts would either be flat or up somewhere up to 5%. I had to throw that clip in from a few months ago that I filmed. I was hearing that prices were going to crash down 15, 20%, and I just was not buying it. We have another graphic here showing some of the major cities and how they're doing year over year, and you can really see a big divide from California, the West Coast, compared to, for example, Florida. Boston is holding strong. You have some parts of the city that are doing exceptionally well. Charlestown, for example, is up 25.5% year over year on prices. The South End is up 15.7%. Seaport is up 6.7%. And Back Bay is up 2.9%. Real estate is a long-term investment, and that's really the lens which we should view it through. This next chart shows how much various parts of the country have appreciated from March of 2020 to April of 2023. Locally, Massachusetts is doing fantastic, up on average on the entire East Coast 20 to 30% in just 3 years. Few towns that I just want to highlight are doing exceptionally well. At time span, for example, Lexington is up 70%, Carlisle up 60%, Newton up 38.2%, and Arlington up 36.8%, just to name a few towns. The main point here is if you bought in that time frame, you have gained some extraordinary equity in your property. If you would like to save an additional $250,000 to $500,000 on your taxes, then you're going to like this potential new law that's being discussed. The More Homes on Market Act is designed to increase the tax exemption on the sale of your primary residence. Now, currently the tax exemption when you sell your home as an individual is $250,000, and as a couple is $500,000. That means any profit on the first $250,000 or $500,000 is tax-free. And what this law is proposing to do is to double those amounts. So a single individual could make up to $500,000 in profit on the sale of their primary residence and not pay any taxes, and a couple would have to pay no taxes on up to $1 million. This is designed to get more people to list their home by incentivizing them with them having to pay less taxes. Will this work? Honestly, I don't think so. I personally don't know anybody who has not listed their home because of the potential tax implications that they'd have to pay. However, if it does pass, it will be a nice bonus for those home sellers that are selling their home and do have a lot of equity in their house. If you found this video and information useful, feel free to share it with a friend, colleague, neighbor. You can also check out more of my content right here. And if you want to talk in more detail, reach out through the contact information in the description below. I'll see you guys on the next one.